One of my favorite things to talk about with people is how to quit your job and start your own business. Hey there, this is attorney Sarah Holmes of Hess Business Law, PC. We are a business and trademark law firm that also offers general counsel subscription services to clients. I love that question, and I love it when people call the office and want to have a consultation about how they get out of their 9-to-5 drudgery or whatever else it is and go off on their own and build themselves the American dream. Now, that sounds all very simple and straightforward. I do think the answer to that is it is simple, but it's not easy. It's very difficult to start, own, and grow a business. So the more you know beforehand, I think the less likely it is you are to become a business failure statistic. So what is it that you really need to know? Number one is know what your goal is in starting your own business. We find that people that start without a goal are the ones that tend to flounder after a period of time and are the ones that consider going back to having a job. So by that, I mean, what is it that you really want to do and why would you want to own your own business? There's a lot of obligations that come along with it. I think sometimes it can be made to look a little too easy. It's definitely not easy. And you have to know what it is you want out of this. So it could be something like, I have been working for a while and I just want the freedom. Okay, if you want freedom out of starting your own business, you may be displeased to discover that within a couple of years, you don't have the types of freedom that you thought you might have in running your own business, because once you're the boss, the buck stops with you. So if something happens in your business and you're on vacation, well, too bad. Like if you're the business owner and you haven't put proper employees in place to deal with that issue, it's going to be on you. Whereas while you have a job, most of the time you can go away on vacation. You don't have to respond to emails or phone calls, and you can just have peace and quiet. So if it's about freedom, you can have that running your own business, but you have to think about how you structure your business very carefully. For the freedom people, it's really important that from day one, you plan on a business that's going to involve you getting some help, meaning you may need employees, you may need independent contractors. You're going to need other people to support you in that quest for freedom, because you just cannot have your own business where you have the type of freedom that you probably want and be the one doing everything in the business. It's not going to work that way. You might be able to run it that way for a while and until you grow it, but that's not going to be the case forever. So you got to think about eventually how you would scale this and how you would involve and hire other people so that you can have the freedom you want. All right, for other people, their main goal is money. They're like, look, I just want to replace my salary. I don't really care how I do it. I just don't want to get another job and work for someone else. I just want to do it myself. That sometimes is a different kind of plan, because that freedom doesn't matter so much. For this type of person, you just have to hustle and get as many clients or customers or whatever it is that you need at the lowest cost so that you can get back the money it is you need to make by replacing your former salary. So for the people where money and replacement of a former income is the biggest consideration, that could be a different type of business plan, because you just have to work as hard as you can, as quickly as you can to make the money to replace your salary while keeping your costs down, right? Because starting a business, no matter how you start it, if you start it in your spare bedroom or your apartment or your house with a laptop, there are still overhead expenses. You're still going to have to pay for insurance. You still might need to invest in certain things. You're still going to need to market. You may still need to pay to go to networking events to get customers, right? No business startup is free. So there will still be costs. And if your main concern, again, is replacing a former salary, you just want to make sure that those expenses are kept as low as possible to get you to that point where you replace your salary. And then maybe at that point, you think about the freedom and starting to scale and starting to hire people. So again, based on a different goal, your path may be different to your business ownership and how you want to do that. The third thing you need to do is plan. We see so many people that want to start businesses or are startups with no business plan. And a lot of it is just an intimidation factor. They don't really know where to start. Even for people that we see have some type of plan on paper, they might send me 2 pages typed in Word. Most of them, I would tell you 99% of them, have no financial projections. The financial projections are the absolute most key piece to your business plan. I don't care about the executive summary. The marketing plan is important, but it's still not more important than your financial projections. If you don't have financial projections, you have no way of knowing knowing if that business is going to work or not, or if you're going to make a profit, or if you can replace your salary, or if you can hire people. The business plan and the financials that go with it are absolutely key. If you're intimidated by the financials or creating them or don't know how to do that, there's not to worry. You don't have to worry about Excel spreadsheets. There's software you can use that will automate a plan that's very inexpensive. We personally recommend liveplan.com to people. And so that's a great place to go to do your projections to make sure it's going to work out. So the other thing is to have a plan when you quit your job. So if you're going to give 2 weeks notice, have that business plan in place so you can look and see, okay, after 3 months of doing this, I will break even in my business. And I know that I have enough savings to live on after I quit my job. Or maybe you have to wait to quit your job until after you have some clients on the side. You have to see what your job permits you to do, because obviously if you have conflicts of interest at work, that's not a great thing either. So if you have questions about starting your business or even want to have a consultation, I do offer people VIP days where we can go over a plan, go over what you want to do, see if it's feasible, and give you a lot of feedback and hopefully set you up for success. So feel free to reach out to our office. Our number is 215-482-0285. Thanks.